And it sounds like you're not a huge fan of a single big, beautiful bill. You would like to have seen several bills. I understand that. When you hear the Senate parliamentarian as the excuse for the reason some things were cut out of this bill in the Senate, things like the Hearing Protection Act part of the NFA tax, or there are a few other things that I've heard people complain about. Do your understanding of how this legislation works, putting it all in one big, beautiful bill, a reconciliation bill, was that a mistake from the beginning?
Well, is it a mistake for our future, or is it a mistake politically? Putting it all into one package is certainly the smart thing to do politically. That's why we see Congress increasingly relying on this tactic. It's a lot easier to put a whole bunch of junk into a huge bill and then to use the few good things in it to pressure people to fall in line. Obviously, people who voted against this now, particularly right-wing people, they're going to be able to come out and say, these people voted against tax cuts, when in reality, they were voting against all the extra spending and all of the deficit increase and many of the actual just like constitutional issues within this legislation. So that's why they do this. It's a smart political tactic. It works. The vast majority of the American people are not paying attention to public policy at that level in order to understand sort of the sleight of hand. But when you talk about, is this a good idea for our future? I think the vast majority of Americans, if you put this before them in a poll, would say they would much rather see single issue bills. They would rather see them vote on issues line by line, so that so much of this corporate welfare, so much of this cronyism, so much of the spending can't get hidden from the American people in this way.